if you newly got your license or you just got your license or you're about to get your license and you're doing research on what do I want to look for in a brokerage, what are the best things? My name is Josh Pono. I run an office. I've sold over 200 homes in my first 6 years of real estate. I've consulted and trained hundreds, if not over 1,000 agents in technology and lead generation. I worked for a team. I ran a team. I was a single agent that said I don't need a team. I've got a perspective of over 14 years of being exclusively in real estate and working with agents and understanding the values at all of the major brokerages, EXP, Keller Williams, etc. These are the three things that if I were to do it all over again, I would want to do. One, I went the single agent route because I had done a lot of lead generation and consulting and marketing for other agents. So I knew where to get the leads. I knew how to find the leads, how to talk to the leads. That wasn't my challenge. I thought I knew more than I did, but what I ended up doing is starting my own team. And in the first year, we sold 33 homes, almost all outbound lead generation, almost all cold calling and internet leads and expireds and canceleds. I knew how to make those work. But I made so many mistakes and it cost me so much money because had I found the right fit from the beginning, I could have leveraged a couple things because the one thing I was missing, and it's one of the most important things, that's why it's the number one thing on my list, is who's going to be your mentor. Do they excite you? Do they make you feel like you can accomplish anything? Because the first few years in real estate are kind of challenging. You need somebody there to help you understand that this can be an emotional roller coaster if you don't get the right mindset in place. And as much as helping people buy and sell homes is the heartbeat of this business, the best agents know how to manage the stresses. Think about that. At one point, I had 13 escrows going. I had 4 listings coming to the market and I had 4 buyers making active properties. It was like 19, 20 something. I'm not doing math right now, but it was a lot of people's life events and moves. Who do I call for movers? Do I have inspections? Blah, 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 blah. I didn't know how to navigate that. I didn't know how to manage that. Okay, so the first thing that I would do is I would go out and find a business relationship, whether you go to a major brokerage and there's a top producer in the office, somebody that's incredible that you can talk to and say, hey, I'm really looking to learn this business. I'd like you to be a mentor, a coach of mine. I'd like to build that relationship with you. If you're going to join a team, which I don't recommend all teams. There's a lot of teams out there that want to be a team. They're still building their team. They haven't actually got it all put together. They're building it on the fly and they're looking for agents and their coaches are telling them to go get agents. And they haven't got it all figured out yet, but there's some really phenomenal teams where all their systems are dialed in, all the structure is. Understand this about going on a team though, is they're not just going to hand the rookie, no offense, they're not just going to hand the rookie a bunch of leads and say, congratulations, go. They're going to test you. So know that when you go there, the expectation is you're starting at the bottom of the totem pole, right? There is an opportunity to make unlimited income in this business. A real estate license is one of the most incredible things that you can ever own. You can buy real estate cheaper than anybody else. You get access to properties that come to the market before anybody else. You literally can go out and find and build wealth with this license. You can help people transact. You can open up a brokerage. You can do all kinds of different things. You can refer other people to other states that you have no association with and get 25% of the commission just for making the introduction. Okay, the real thing that you want to have is a mentor that can help and guide you when you're about to waste a year of time. Because I transitioned from a first single agent thing. Even after selling 60, 70 homes in my first 2 years, I knew that I was slowing myself down drastically. So what I did was I went out and I was recruited by a Gary Keller Top 100 by a guy that was selling 120 homes a month. He was a perfect fit for me. He was a great mentor to me. We had a vibe and a chemistry from the get-go, and it was just a really, really good partnership. And at that place, I did get leads. I did get training. I did get all kinds of different resources. And over the 2 years, I paid out over $700,000 in commission off of my splits. That blows agents' minds. And they're like, why would you ever do that? Because I now have the keys to the kingdom of whatever I want to do. I have my own office. I have agents that join me. I do training. I do consulting. I sell products nationwide. I did it all off of the experience that I know what it's like to be a real estate agent that runs a big business. I got the mentorship I needed. And now I can do whatever I want with my real estate license. So, number one, mentor. And be selective. If you don't have a vibe with somebody, if you're not feeling good about them, if it doesn't make you want to just get to work, then maybe it's not the right fit for you. There are a lot of options out there. Everybody's looking for real estate agents that are awesome and hardworking. Trust me. Number 2, leads. Okay, in the beginning, it's very difficult. You have MLS dues, you have different fees for lock boxes and signs and business cards and all these little things that start to add up. So if you can find a company that's going to give you access to expired leads or internet leads or circle prospecting leads, or they're going to give you a system where you can get leads regularly every day. You can come in and have new conversations with people, and there's somebody in that space. Doesn't have to be your mentor. Maybe there's a trainer, maybe there's somebody that has experience in it. If they can guide you through that process and they can teach you the ins and outs of the conversations, even though I was super successful at getting on the phone and selling people, I didn't know how to speak to a buyer who was hesitant to move forward. I didn't know how to speak to a seller that wanted to price their property too high. And so oftentimes I ended up having to work with the unmotivated buyer. I had to end up working with the overpriced seller, and all that time was wasted, right? When you have leads and you have opportunities to learn about the conversations that'll move the leads forward to make you more money, it is absolutely worth any split, 50% or less, right? It's absolutely worth it to go ahead and do that if it's going to deliver you the results, okay? And last but not least, the third thing is technology and marketing and tools. Like if I didn't have that knowledge that I had, I would have wanted somebody that could teach me about how to build videos on YouTube or teach me about content of technology to automate my follow-up so I don't have to chase people around. Gave me systems that made my prospecting shorter rather than longer, right? If I can work with tools that'll save me a bunch of time, and instead of having a cold call for 2 hours, I can cold call for an hour. That makes my life way better. So the top 3 things, right, you want an awesome mentor that's going to help guide you and get you to where you want to go so that they can build a plan out so you don't go and try to do this all on your own and end up like me where you sold a bunch of homes but almost went broke. It's not fun. It's quite humbling, actually. 2 is leads that are coming in that actually are being converted. Okay, if they have agents that are getting leads that you'll be a part of and they're succeeding, then you can too. And third, the tools. What tools am I going to get to save me time so I don't have to make this an all-consuming 24-hour, 7-day a week, 365-day a year nightmare of a career? All right, these are the 3 things that I would focus on coming out the gate, and set up a short 2-year plan where you're going to focus on nothing but these 3 things and then assess what the next step is. Hope this information helps. I'm Josh Pono. Be well. If you like this content, if you want more of it, we've got a channel. You can subscribe. It's all in-depth, detailed stuff that most of the agents are not putting online. It's our mission to elevate the training, elevate the education, and change the fact that 4 out of 5 new agents fail in the first 5 years, and the average sale for an agent per year is 6. There are better systems out there. Feel free to check out our stuff anytime you want. Be well.